Jalen Brunson is officially back. Jalen Brunson has been nothing short of phenomenal this season. His consistent dominance on the court is a testament to how much he's grown as a player and how pivotal he's been for the Knicks. This season has been a highlight reel of elite scoring, efficient playmaking, and undeniable leadership. And if you needed any proof of just how great he's been, look no further than his performance against the Wizards last night. Brunson dropped an unbelievable 55 points in an overtime thriller, cementing his place as one of the NBA's most dangerous players this year. Let's start with that incredible game. Brunson was practically unstoppable, shooting an efficient 18 of 31 from the field, which is 58.1%. He was relentless at the free throw line, making 16 of 17 attempts, a blistering 94.1%. It wasn't just about scoring though. He also dished out 9 assists, showcasing his ability to involve his teammates even while he was on a scoring rampage. What's even more impressive, 42 of those 55 points came after halftime, proving once again that Brunson thrives in high-pressure moments. This wasn't just a good game, it was a historic one. It marked Brunson's third 50-point game as a Knick, tying him with Richie Gorin for the second most in franchise history. Only King, with 5 such games, has more. That's an extraordinary accomplishment. To add even more context, Brunson now has more 50-point games as a Knick than Carmelo Anthony. That's legendary company and a testament to how special this season has been for him. But Brunson's brilliance doesn't stop there. His performance last night highlighted everything that's made him so great this season. Let's talk about his scoring. Averaging 25.5 points per game, Brunson ranks 10th in the league. That's already impressive, but what really stands out is how efficiently he's getting those points, shooting 48.7% from the field and 41% from beyond the arc. Brunson is a model of consistency. His ability to score at all 3 levels, at the rim, from mid-range, and beyond the arc, makes him nearly impossible to guard. What separates Brunson from so many other scorers is his ability to create his own shot. Over 70% of his made field goals this season have been unassisted, ranking him 4th in the league. That's elite self-sufficiency. Whether it's breaking down a defender one-on-one, working out of the pick and roll, or finding seams in the defense, Brunson consistently finds ways to get his shot off, and he does it with precision. He's not just a scorer, though. Brunson's playmaking has been another critical element of his game. He's averaging 7.7 assists per game, placing him 9th in the league. Last night's 9 assist performance was another example of how he balances scoring and facilitating. He knows when to take over and when to set up his teammates. His court vision and decision-making are top tier, and his ability to control the pace of the game is invaluable for the Knicks. Brunson's offensive efficiency this season has been off the charts. His offensive rating of 122.2 ranks 4th in the league. That's a number that puts him in elite company with players like Nikola Jokic and Jaylen Brown. It's a reflection of how much he elevates his team's offense whenever he's on the court. He's not just a contributor. He's the engine that makes the Knicks' offense go. Clutch moments have become a Brunson specialty. His usage rate in the 4th quarter is 35.1%. ranking 5th in the league. That shows how much the Knicks rely on him when the game is on the line, and he's delivered time and time again. Whether it's hitting big shots, drawing fouls, or making the right pass, Brunson consistently steps up when it matters most. Speaking of drawing fouls, Brunson has been one of the best in the league at getting to the line, especially in isolation situations. His foul drawing frequency of 18.5% on isolations ranks 4th in the NBA. Once he gets to the line, he's automatic, making him even more dangerous. Last night was a perfect example, as he went 16 of 17 from the stripe, forcing the Wizards to pay every time they fouled him. Efficiency is a recurring theme with Brunson, and it's particularly evident in his isolation play. He's averaging 1.10 points per possession on isolations, ranking him 5th among players with at least 50 isolation possessions. That level of efficiency is rare, and it underscores just how difficult it is to stop him. Even when defenses know he's going to attack, they can't seem to slow him down. Brunson's ability to draw contact and finish through it is another key part of his game. He leads the league in and one frequency on isolations at 8.6%. Plays like that not only boost his team, but also demoralize opponents. They're the kinds of plays that change the momentum of games, and Brunson seems to have a knack for delivering them. If last night's game wasn't enough to convince you of Brunson's brilliance, consider this. He leads the league in 40-point games for the calendar year 2024 with 14. The next closest players, Devin Booker and Luka, have 9 each. That gap is a testament to how consistently dominant Brunson has been. It's not just that he has big games, it's that he has them more often than anyone else. What's truly remarkable is how Brunson has maintained this level of production while staying efficient. He's one of only a handful of players averaging over 25 points per game on 62% true shooting. That group includes Giannis, Nikola Jokic, Kevin Durant, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Being in that company highlights just how special Brunson's season has been. By the way, if you guys enjoy these deep dives, I'll be posting every day during the season. I genuinely appreciate if you could subscribe. Thanks. Anyways, Brunson. Beyond the numbers, Brunson's leadership has been invaluable. He's the player the Knicks look to for stability and inspiration. Whether it's setting the tone with his work ethic or stepping up in critical moments, Brunson has become the heart and soul of this team. His ability to lead by example is one of the reasons the Knicks have been able to compete at a high level this season. His historical significance is growing as well. With 3 50-point games as a Knick, Brunson has already made his mark on the franchise's history, passing Carmelo Anthony in this category and tying Richie Guerin for second place is no small feat. He's also the first Knick since King to record multiple 55-point games. Those are milestones that solidify his place among the greats in Knicks history. Brunson's ability to adapt and elevate his game in different situations has been one of the most impressive aspects of his season. Whether it's dominating in isolation, orchestrating the offense, or coming through in the clutch, he's doing it all. His versatility makes him a nightmare for opponents and a dream for Knicks fans. Last night's game against the Wizards was the perfect encapsulation of everything that makes Brunson great. His scoring, efficiency, playmaking, and leadership were all on full display. It was a game that not only added to his already impressive season, but also reinforced why he's one of the most valuable players in the league right now. Jalen Brunson's season has been a masterclass in consistency, efficiency, and leadership. He's putting up numbers that rival the best in the league, and he's doing it while making his teammates better and carrying the Knicks to new heights. Last night's performance was just another chapter in what has been an extraordinary season. Brunson is proving that he's not just one of the best guards in the league, he's one of the best players, period. But if you look at his advanced numbers, it gets even more crazy. Jalen Brunson's advanced stats this season are just incredible. Honestly, when you start breaking them down, it's hard not to appreciate how impactful he's been on every level of the game. Let's dive in, because there's a lot to unpack here, and it's all ridiculously impressive. Let's start with player efficiency rating, or PER. Brunson's sitting at 16th in the league, which is a huge deal when you consider the talent pool he's competing with. PER is a stat that tries to summarize a player's overall statistical contributions into one number, and being in the top 20 shows just how much Brunson does on the floor. It's not easy to crack that level, especially as a guard, where you're battling some of the most versatile players in the league. True shooting percentage is another area where Brunson has been quietly exceptional. He's ranked 38th, which might not seem like it jumps off the page, but it's incredibly impressive when you think about how much volume he handles. True shooting takes into account field goals, three-pointers, and free throws, so it's a great way to measure efficiency. The fact that he's scoring at such a high clip while maintaining this level of efficiency says everything about how smart and precise he is with his shot selection. Now, let's talk about his assist percentage. Brunson ranks 14th in the league here, which is outstanding. Assist percentage measures the percentage of teammate field goals a player assists while on the court. For a guy who also carries a significant scoring load, being in the top 15 for assists is a testament to his dual threat capability. He's not just looking for his own shot, he's creating opportunities for everyone around him. Defensively, his steal percentage is another area where he's making a difference. Ranked 29th in the league, Brunson is proving that he's more than just an offensive weapon. Steal percentage tracks how often a player generates steals relative to opponent possessions, and being in the top 30 highlights his ability to disrupt opposing offenses. It's not flashy, but it's incredibly effective and shows his commitment to both ends of the floor. Usage rate is a fascinating stat for Brunson this season. At 22%, he's ranked 22nd in the league, which means he's handling a significant share of his team's offensive possessions. What's notable is that despite this high usage, he's maintaining efficiency across the board. That balance is incredibly hard to achieve, and it underscores just how well-rounded his game has become. When it comes to win shares, Brunson is in elite territory. He's ranked second in offensive win shares, which is an advanced stat that estimates how much a player contributes to their team's wins through their offensive performance. Second in the entire league. That's not just impressive, it's almost mind-blowing. And overall, he's ranked 5th in total win shares, which combines both offensive and defensive impact. These numbers highlight how indispensable Brunson is to his team's success. Offensive box plus minus, or OBPM, is another area where Brunson's brilliance shines through. He's ranked 8th in the league, and this stat is all about measuring a player's impact on offense relative to the league average. Being in the top 10 here shows just how much Brunson elevates his team's offensive performance. It's not just about scoring or assisting, it's about his overall impact every time he's on the floor. Then there's value over replacement player, or VORP. Brunson ranks 18th, which might sound like a drop compared to some of his other rankings, but it's still phenomenal. VORP is a cumulative stat that estimates how much value a player provides compared to a replacement level player, and being in the top 20 is a reflection of his consistency and overall contribution throughout the season. What really stands out to me is how balanced Brunson's advanced numbers are. He's not just excelling in one area, he's contributing at an elite level across multiple categories. That kind of versatility is rare, and it's a big reason why he's been so valuable to the Knicks this season. His offensive numbers are off the charts, but he's also making an impact defensively and in areas that don't always show up in the traditional box score. Brunson's second place ranking in offensive win shares is particularly eye-popping. This stat essentially quantifies how much of a team's offensive success can be attributed to a single player. The fact that Brunson is second in the entire league is a testament to how much of a catalyst he's been. His ability to create and convert scoring opportunities while keeping the offense flowing is unmatched. The OBPM ranking also ties into this. Being 8th in the league means that every time Brunson is on the court, the Knicks offense is operating at a significantly higher level than when he's off. That kind of impact can't be overstated. It's what separates good players from truly great ones. His PER ranking at 16th is another feather in his cap. PR is a holistic stat that tries to capture a player's overall efficiency. And being in the top 20 means that Brunson is contributing at a high level in nearly every aspect of the game. For a player who's not necessarily known for high-flying athleticism or flashy highlight plays, this ranking is a reflection of just how effective and efficient he is. His assist percentage is a great example of how Brunson has elevated his game as a playmaker. Creating scoring opportunities for your teammates while also carrying a heavy scoring load is no small feat, yet Brunson makes it look easy, consistently finding the right pass and making plays that help his team succeed. Being in the top 15 for assist percentage while maintaining high scoring numbers is a rare combination and highlights just how unique Brunson's skill set is. Defensively, his steal percentage might not be the first thing people talk about, but it's an important part of his game. Being ranked in the top 30 shows that he's not taking plays off on the defensive end. He's staying engaged, reading passing lanes, and forcing turnovers that can swing the momentum of a game. It's another example of how Brunson contributes in so many different ways. The balance between his usage rate and his efficiency is also worth mentioning again. Carrying a usage rate of 22% while maintaining high rankings in true shooting percentage and other efficiency metrics is incredibly difficult. Most players see a drop in efficiency as their usage increases, but Brunson has managed to avoid that pitfall. It's a testament to his skill, decision-making, and basketball IQ. Brunson's advanced stats paint the picture of a player who is not only excelling individually, but also making everyone around him better. His offensive contributions are among the best in the league. His defensive impact is solid, and his ability to balance scoring and playmaking is remarkable. These numbers don't just tell us that he's having a great season. They tell us that he's one of the most valuable players in the league right now. And honestly, it's been so much fun to watch. But even if we dig deeper into his advanced stats, they get even more amazing. Let's start with his scoring. First, let's start with his points per game. 25.5. That's more than 97% of players in the league. Scoring at that level isn't just impressive, it's elite. Brunson has become one of the most reliable scoring threats in the NBA, and he's doing it night after night. The consistency of putting up these numbers, especially when you consider the workload he carries, is a testament to how special this season has been for him. Now, let's talk about efficiency. And this is where Brunson really stands out. His effective field goal percentage is 55.9%, which is better than 64% of players. Effective field goal percentage adjusts for the fact that three-point shots are worth more than twos, so it's a great measure of shooting efficiency. The fact that he's hitting this mark while being one of his team's primary scorers is incredible. It shows that he's not just taking a high volume of shots, he's making them count. Breaking it down further, Brunson averages 1.1 points per field goal attempt. That might sound like a small number, but in the NBA, that level of efficiency is elite. It means every time he takes a shot, he's delivering value for his team. Whether it's attacking the basket, pulling up from mid-range, or knocking down threes, Brunson is maximizing every opportunity. His 2-point field goals are another area where he excels. He's making 6.1 two-point shots per game, which highlights his ability to score inside the arc. But he's not just a 2-point scorer, his 3-point shooting has been just as effective. He's knocking down 2.6 threes per game, and when you combine that with his efficiency, it makes him a nightmare to guard. Defenders can't just focus on one aspect of his game because he's dangerous from everywhere. Let's move on to true shooting percentage, which gives an even clearer picture of his efficiency. Brunson's percent is 61%, which is better than 75% of players in the league. True shooting percentage accounts for field goals, three-pointers, and free throws, so it's the ultimate measure of scoring efficiency. Hitting that mark while putting up over 25 points per game is flat out ridiculous. Here's where it gets even more impressive. Brunson is averaging 1.2 points per scoring attempt. That's the kind of efficiency that teams dream of when they build their offenses. Every time Brunson gets a scoring opportunity, he's producing at a level that's almost unmatched. It's not just about volume with him, it's about quality. He's taking smart shots, getting to his spots, and converting at an incredible rate. His ability to get to the line is another major factor in his scoring efficiency. Brunson is attempting 6.8 free throws per game, and he's converting them at a high clip. Free throws might not be the flashiest part of the game, but they're crucial, and Brunson has mastered the art of getting to the stripe and making the most of those chances. It's one of the reasons his scoring numbers are so consistent, even on nights when his shot isn't falling from the field. Let's take a moment to appreciate how these numbers all work together. Brunson isn't just good at one thing, he's great at everything related to scoring. He's efficient inside the arc, deadly from three-point range, and automatic at the free throw line. When you combine that with his ability to create his own shot, it's no wonder he's putting up these kinds of numbers. His offensive versatility makes him nearly impossible to game plan against. Defenders can't sag off him because he'll hit the three. They can't play him too tight because he'll blow by them for an easy two. And if they try to be physical, he's getting to the line and making them pay. Brunson's scoring arsenal is so complete that he's a problem for any defense he faces. Another thing that stands out is how efficient he is with his shot attempts. Taking 17.8 shots per game while maintaining these percentages is a balancing act that few players can manage. Most players see their efficiency drop as their shot attempts increase, but Brunson has bucked that trend. He's carrying a significant scoring load without sacrificing efficiency, which is incredibly rare. What's really fun to see is how these advanced stats reflect his basketball IQ. Brunson isn't just relying on natural talent, he's making smart decisions on the court. He knows when to shoot, when to pass, and how to find the best scoring opportunities. That level of awareness is a big reason why he's been so successful this season. These numbers also highlight just how valuable Brunson has been to his team. Scoring efficiently at this level doesn't just help him, it lifts the entire offense. When a player is this effective, it forces defenses to adjust, which opens up opportunities for everyone else on the floor. Brunson's scoring numbers aren't just impressive, they're game-changing. It's also worth noting how rare it is to see a player maintain this level of efficiency while being the focal point of an offense. Most high-volume scorers see a dip in their percentages because defenses are keyed in on stopping them. But Brunson has managed to stay efficient despite facing the toughest matchups, night in and night out. That's a testament to his skill, preparation, and mental toughness. Jalen Brunson's advanced scoring numbers this season are nothing short of spectacular. From his points per game to his true shooting percentage and everything in between, he's proving to be one of the most efficient and reliable scorers in the league. It's been amazing to watch him dominate in so many different ways, and the numbers show just how special his season has been. Every stat tells the same story. Brunson is on another level right now, and it's been an absolute joy to see him put it all together. But then we can look at his ball handling. Jalen Brunson's advanced ball handling numbers this season are simply out of this world. The guy is putting on a clinic in control, efficiency, and decision making, and the numbers back it up every step of the way. Let's get into it, because these stats tell the story of a player who's mastered the art of ball handling and playmaking. First, let's talk about his ball handling ability. According to the 3 Steps ranking metric, Brunson is better than 98% of players in the league in this area. That's not just elite, it's practically untouchable. Ball handling isn't just about fancy dribbling or crossing up defenders. It's about maintaining control under pressure, breaking down defenses, and setting up your team for success. Brunson's ranking here shows that he's among the very best at doing exactly that. The assist numbers only add to the story. Brunson is averaging 7.7 assists per game, which directly translates to 18.4 points assisted per game. That's a huge contribution to his team's offense. What makes it even more impressive is his assist percentage, which sits at 33.65%. That means more than 1/3 of his team's field goals while he's on the court are coming from his assists. Think about that. He's not just getting his own points, he's making everyone around him better. His ability to keep the ball secure while making plays is another area where Brunson shines. He averages only 2.4 turnovers per game, which is incredibly low for a player with such a high usage rate. But the real magic is in his turnover percentage, which is 7.76%. That's better than 75% of players in the league. Turnover percentage measures the number of turnovers per 100 actions that conclude a play, and Brunson's ranking shows just how careful and efficient he is with the ball. It's not just about flashy passes, it's about making the right ones. Let's break this down even further. Brunson is averaging 20.9 scoring attempts per game, and he's maintaining that turnover percentage. That's a ridiculous combination of volume and efficiency. Most players see their turnover numbers spike when they handle the ball this much, but not Brunson. He's managing an offense at an elite level without making costly mistakes. It's the kind of consistency that coaches dream about. What really stands out to me is how these numbers work together. Brunson isn't just racking up assists, he's doing it while keeping his turnovers to a minimum. That kind of balance is incredibly rare, especially in today's game where so much of the offense runs through point guards. His ability to make plays while minimizing mistakes is a huge part of why he's been so valuable this season. The efficiency doesn't stop there. Brunson's ball handling numbers also highlight his basketball IQ. He's not just throwing the ball around and hoping for the best. He's reading defenses, anticipating movements, and making split-second decisions that consistently put his team in the best position to score. That's why his assist percentage is so high. It's not just about quantity, it's about quality. Another thing that jumps out is how secure Brunson is with the ball. His turnover percentage being under 8% is almost unheard of for a player with his level of responsibility. Most guards who handle the ball as much as he does are prone to turnover, but Brunson bucks that trend. It's a testament to his focus and precision. He's not giving defenses freebies, and that's a huge advantage. His impact goes beyond just the raw numbers. These stats show how much trust his team has in him. When you're better than 98% of players in ball handling and have an assist percentage over 33%, you're clearly the one running the show. Brunson's teammates know they can count on him to make the right play, and that kind of trust is invaluable. The points created by his assists are another big part of the picture. 18.4 points assisted per game is massive. That's nearly 20 points a night that Brunson is directly responsible for, in addition to his own scoring. It's not just about setting up shots. It's about creating opportunities that lead to success. His ball handling is the foundation of so much of what his team does offensively. What's also fascinating is how Brunson's turnover percentage compares to his scoring attempts. With nearly 21 scoring attempts per game and a turnover percentage under 8%, he's taking care of the ball at an elite level while being incredibly aggressive. That's a rare combination. Most players would see their efficiency dip with that kind of workload, but Brunson keeps everything under control. These numbers aren't just good, they're historic. To handle the ball this much, create this many opportunities, and still keep turnovers so low is a feat that puts Brunson in rarefied air. It's the kind of season that will be talked about for years because it's so hard to replicate. What's clear from all of this is that Brunson's ball handling isn't just a skill, it's a weapon. He's using it to dictate the pace, control the game, and make everyone around him better. The numbers prove that he's one of the very best in the league at what he does, and it's been an absolute joy to watch him dominate this season. But the most impressive thing might be his teamwork numbers. Jalen Brunson's advanced teamwork numbers this season are nothing short of remarkable. Let's dive into the numbers because they paint an incredible picture of how much impact he has on his team. Brunson's ability to elevate everyone around him has been a massive reason for his team's success this year. First off, Brunson is ranked better than 94% of players in mixed teamwork metrics. That's a huge deal. Mixed teamwork measures how much a player's presence positively impacts their team compared to others in the league. For Brunson to rank this high shows just how critical he's been to everything his team does on the court. He's not just contributing individually, he's making sure the entire team operates at a higher level when he's out there. One of the standout stats is his offensive rating, or ORTG, which sits at an impressive 122.2. This measures how many points his team scores per 100 possessions while he's on the court. Numbers like this don't just happen. They're a direct result of Brunson's ability to orchestrate the offense, create opportunities for his teammates, and ensure the team plays efficient basketball. Defensively, his defensive rating, or DRTG, is 114. While he's primarily known for his offensive skills, this shows he's also holding his own on the defensive end. The combination of his ORTG and DRTG gives him a net rating of plus 8.2. That's huge. A net rating like this means that his team outscores opponents by 8.2 points per 100 possessions when he's on the court. It's a clear indicator of his all-around value to the team. Now let's talk about his games. With a positive plus minus, Brunson has a positive plus minus in 56.3% of games this season. That means in more than half the games he's played, his team has outscored the opposition while he's on the floor. That's the kind of consistency that separates great players from good ones. It's not just about having standout moments. It's about making a difference game after game. His on-off numbers are another area where Brunson shines. His team is plus 5.2 points per 100 possessions when he's on the court compared to when he's off. That's a massive swing. On-off numbers like this highlight how much better his team performs when he's running the show. Whether it's facilitating the offense, directing traffic on defense, or simply being the glue that holds everything together, Brunson's presence makes a noticeable difference. These numbers aren't just impressive, they're a testament to Brunson's leadership and basketball IQ. His ability to create a positive margin for his team, game after game, shows how much trust his teammates and coaches have in him. They know when Brunson is on the court, good things happen. What really stands out about his ORTG is how efficient his team's offense becomes when he's on the floor. Scoring over 122 points per 100 possessions is elite, and it's a direct result of how Brunson facilitates and keeps the offense moving. His decision-making ensures that his team is getting high-quality shots and maximizing every possession. Defensively, while his rating might not put him at the top of the league, his DRTG of 114 shows he's a solid contributor on that end. He's not just a liability who excels offensively, he's holding his ground defensively, which only adds to his overall impact. His ability to stay engaged on both ends of the floor makes him a true two-way player. The combination of his offensive and defensive ratings into a net rating of plus 8.2 is where you really see his value. A positive net rating like this means that his team is consistently better with him on the court than without him. That's a huge deal in a league where every point matters, and it highlights how much of a difference maker Brunson is. His games with a positive plus minus percentage of 56.3% further prove his consistency. It's not just about having a few standout games here and there. Brunson is delivering positive results more often than not. That's the kind of reliability that teams dream of in a player. The on-off numbers, showing a plus 5.2 differential, are another layer of evidence that Brunson is the engine that makes his team go. When he's on the court, his team plays better on both ends. When he's off, the drop-off is noticeable. That kind of impact can't be overstated. It's what makes him one of the most valuable players on his team and in the league. Jalen Brunson's advanced usage numbers this season are absolutely phenomenal. Let's dive into the stats, because they showcase just how much of the offense flows through him and how efficiently he handles such a massive responsibility. The numbers are staggering and highlight why Brunson is one of the most impactful players in the league right now. First, his usage rate is 29.6%. That means nearly 30% of the offensive plays end with an action from Brunson when he's on the court. This stat alone puts him better than 93% of players in the league. That's an elite mark and shows just how much his team relies on him to get things done offensively. Now let's break down those actions. Brunson is averaging 17.8 field goal attempts per game, which already tells you he's taking on a significant scoring load. But it's not just about how often he shoots. It's how efficient he is while doing it. Those shots are often high-quality looks, and his ability to convert at such a high clip makes him a nightmare for defenses. Add in his 6.8 free throw attempts per game, and you see another layer to his game. Drawing fouls and getting to the line is an essential part of being an efficient, high-usage player. Brunson has mastered the art of attacking defenses and forcing them into tough situations. Once he gets to the line, he's converting at an elite rate, which adds even more value to his already impressive usage numbers. His 7.7 assists per game are another big factor in his usage rate. Brunson isn't just scoring, he's creating for his teammates. That assist number directly translates to 18.4 points assisted per game. So, not only is he contributing with his scoring, but he's also setting up a significant portion of his team's offense. His playmaking ability ensures that the offense doesn't become one-dimensional, which is crucial for maintaining balance and unpredictability. Turnovers are an area where high-usage players often struggle, but not Brunson. He's averaging just 2.4 turnovers per game, which is remarkably low for someone with such a high usage rate. This gives him a turnover percentage of 7.76%, better than 75% of players in the league. That's a rare combination of volume and efficiency. He's not just making plays, he's making the right plays without giving the ball away unnecessarily. Let's talk about possessions played, because this number ties everything together. Brunson averages 70.3 possessions played per game. That's an incredible workload, and it's a testament to his stamina, basketball IQ, and ability to handle the pressure of being the focal point of the offense. Managing this kind of volume while maintaining efficiency is something that only the very best players can do, and Brunson is proving that he belongs in that category. What makes his usage rate so special is how it translates into success for his team. When a player has the ball in their hands this often, their decision-making can make or break games. Brunson has shown time and time again that he knows how to handle that responsibility. Whether it's scoring, passing, or drawing fouls, he's consistently making the plays that put his team in a position to win. Another standout aspect of Brunson's usage numbers is how balanced they are. He's not just jacking up shots or only looking for his teammates. He's doing both at a high level. That kind of versatility makes him incredibly difficult to defend. Opponents can't just focus on one aspect of his game because he's capable of hurting them in so many different ways. His assist numbers are especially impressive when you consider how much attention he draws from opposing defenses. High usage players often face double teams or the best defenders, and yet Brunson still finds a way to set up his teammates for success. That's a testament to his vision, poise, and ability to read the game at an elite level. The combination of his scoring, playmaking, and efficiency is what makes his usage rate so impactful. Most players see their efficiency drop as their usage goes up, but Brunson has defied that trend. He's maintaining elite levels of production while shouldering a massive offensive workload. That's not just impressive, it's rare. What's even more remarkable is how much of the offense Brunson creates without wasting possessions. His low turnover percentage shows that he's not making careless mistakes, even with the ball in his hands as often as it is. That kind of reliability is invaluable for any team and is a big reason why Brunson has been so effective this season. His ability to manage such a high usage rate while staying efficient is a direct reflection of his basketball IQ. Brunson understands when to take over and when to involve his teammates. He knows how to maximize every possession, which is why his usage rate isn't just a number, it's a measure of how much he means to his team's success. These numbers highlight just how complete Brunson's game has become. He's not just a scorer or a playmaker, he's both, and he's doing it all while taking care of the ball. That's a rare combination that very few players in the league can claim. His advanced usage numbers are a perfect example of why he's been one of the most impactful players this season. Jalen Brunson's usage numbers aren't just good, they're game-changing. They show a player who is thriving under pressure, making his teammates better, and consistently delivering results. It's been incredible to see how he's taken on such a massive role and excelled at it. Every possession he plays adds value, and the numbers prove it. But if you want an idea on just how great his offense really is, check this out. First, let's talk about his offensive load. Brunson's offensive load metric is an astonishing 59.6, which places him in the 99th percentile. This number measures how much of the offense he's directly responsible for, and being in the top 1% shows just how much his team relies on him. Whether he's scoring, passing, or drawing attention from defenders, Brunson is at the center of it all. Now let's get into his shot quality. Brunson has a shot quality score of 73.3, ranking in the 87th percentile. This stat evaluates how good his shot selection is based on where and how he's taking his shots. Being this high means he's not just taking a ton of shots, he's taking smart ones that maximize his chances of scoring. That kind of decision making is what separates great offensive players from average ones. His free throw rate is another standout stat. At 34.5%, Brunson ranks in the 84th percentile. This shows how often he gets to the free throw line compared to how many shots he takes. Getting to the line is a critical part of being an efficient scorer, and Brunson has mastered it. He knows how to draw contact and convert those opportunities into easy points. Three-point attempt rate is at 34.8%, putting him in the 35th percentile. While this might seem low compared to his other stats, it highlights how balanced his offensive approach is. He's not overly reliant on the three-point shot which makes him more versatile and harder to defend. Instead, he's mixing it up, attacking the rim and keeping defenders guessing. Let's not overlook his turnover percentage at just 5.8%. Brunson is in the 84th percentile. This is one of the most impressive stats on the list. For a player who handles the ball as much as he does, keeping turnovers this low is almost unheard of. It shows how careful and precise he is with his decision making, ensuring that possessions don't go to waste. Offensive rebounding might not be a big part of Brunson's game, but his offensive rebound rate, or ORB, is 0.9, placing him in the 66th percentile. While it's not his primary focus, it's a nice bonus that he's still contributing on the boards when the opportunity arises. Now, let's dive into creation. Brunson has a creation score of 14.4, which is in the 99th percentile. This stat measures how much offense he generates for himself and his teammates. To be at the top of the league here means Brunson is a complete offensive engine. He's creating scoring opportunities in every way imaginable, whether it's for himself or setting up his teammates for success. Portability is another fascinating stat where Brunson excels. At 6.2, he's in the 75th percentile. Portability measures how well a player's offensive skills translate across different lineups and styles of play. Being this high means Brunson's game isn't just effective in one system, it's adaptable, making him valuable in virtually any offensive setup. His passer rating is another area where he shines. At 7.1, he's in the 90th percentile. This stat evaluates the quality and effectiveness of his passes, and Brunson's ranking shows that he's not just a scorer, he's an elite playmaker. His ability to read defenses, find the open man, and deliver pinpoint passes keeps the offense flowing smoothly. Finally, let's talk about his crafted offensive plus-minus. At 4.8, Brunson is once again in the 99th percentile. This stat measures his overall offensive impact on the game compared to an average player. Being in the top 1% here is a testament to how much he elevates his team's offense whenever he's on the floor. It's not just about individual stats, it's about how his presence transforms the entire offense. When you put all these numbers together, it's clear that Brunson's offensive game is on another level. His efficiency, decision-making, and ability to create for himself and others make him one of the most well-rounded offensive players in the league. Whether it's his true shooting percentage, free throw rate, or his ability to keep turnovers low, every stat tells the same story. Brunson is an offensive maestro. What's even more impressive is how consistent he's been across all these categories. There are no glaring weaknesses in his offensive game. He's scoring efficiently, creating opportunities, and making smart decisions every time he has the ball. It's rare to see a player excel in so many different areas, but Brunson is doing just that. These advanced offensive stats highlight why Brunson has been such a game changer this season. He's not just putting up numbers, he's dominating in a way that elevates everyone around him. His combination of skill, IQ, and efficiency is something special, and it's been incredible to watch him put it all together. Every stat on this list reinforces just how good Brunson has been offensively, and it's a level of performance that few players in the league can match. Overall, though, Jalen Brunson is absolutely on fire right now. His game has reached another level, and the momentum he's building is impossible to ignore. He's been the driving force for the Knicks, showcasing an incredible mix of leadership, skill, and consistency. Brunson's ability to take control of games, create opportunities for himself and his teammates, and do it all with unbelievable efficiency is exactly what the Knicks need as they look to make a deep run. What's so exciting is how he keeps improving and heating up as the season progresses. He's not just playing well, he's dominating in ways that make it clear he's one of the league's top talents. Brunson's impact goes beyond the numbers too. He's leading the Knicks with confidence and poise, giving them the kind of foundation that every great team needs. If he keeps this pace, there's no limit to how far he can take them. Brunson is the engine powering their success, and with him running the show, the Knicks are poised to make serious noise. He's proving every night that he's built for this moment, and it's clear he has what it takes to lead them far. If you guys enjoyed this, I'll be posting every day during this season. I genuinely appreciate if you could subscribe. Thanks for watching.